Oh yeah! You do it today. Hey everybody, we're on TV once again, once a day, every day, Charlie Machines, and we'll start talking. We're going to be here for an hour.
Hello everybody. Hello. I'm giving you the royal wave. Hello.
It's royal. It's Monday.
Yeah. I'm apparently related to the Queen.
Oh yeah?
11th cousin apparently. My uncle did a whole bunch of genealogy. And I'm related to Queen Elizabeth. 11th cousin.
11th cousin.
Yeah, so like,
what does that even mean?
King Ralph, if they were all taking a picture and they were all electrocuted, I would be a distant royal relative that would suddenly become king. Only I would be King Dan.
What does 11th cousin mean?
11... well, you have the family, and one of the brothers gets married, or two siblings have families, and their children of the two siblings' children are cousins of each other.
Yeah.
So if one of the siblings, layer 2, we'll call it, layer 1 are the direct children, layer 2 are their kids, this person gets married and they have children, creating a third layer, and another person gets married, creating a third layer. Those are first cousins.
Yeah.
Third layer is first cousins. Fourth layer is second cousins. Fifth layer is, I'm losing track here, third cousins, and so on. So it's I think 7 or 8 generations of people related that through marriage are genealogically related that goes up this tree.
So you were maybe related to the Queen?
Yeah.
Hundreds of years ago. 11 generations ago, is that right?
The early 19th century. 1901 or 18 something like that.
So 100, yeah.
Because Queen Victoria, she left the kingdom to, I think, King Edward, who was only briefly the king, and then Elizabeth I took over. She became the queen, and there was King George or something like that. He was in there. But Queen Elizabeth, the current queen right now is Queen Elizabeth II, and Charles is the next in line to become king. She is not giving up the throne anytime soon. She's in her 80s, 90s. They're very long-lived people. The Queen Mother was the queen up until the 60s, but she's like, I'm done with this crap. And she got out of the scene and gave it to her daughter, and her daughter is ruled with a royal fist.
Yeah. I don't care about the queens of England though. We're in America here. I guess you do maybe more. Canada still cares about them.
It's a traditional thing that it's a traditional thing. Oh, yeah, the queen, blah blah blah. We love you, queen, and But really, the sad part is that the royal family owns a ton of property, but they use tax money to pay for the upkeep and maintenance of it. And their lifestyle requires tax money to maintain their lifestyle.
Yeah.
And generally, the royal family they're not really open about spending money on stuff because it's taxpayer money.
Yeah.
And so they're very, very quiet about going on yacht rides and playing polo and tennis.
But they do all that stuff. They're super rich. They're the queens.
Yeah, they're incredibly rich. And they could live off their money if they sold a little bit of property from time to time to time. But that property is this heritage property. It's the property of the royals. And when the Tudors, I don't think they're the Tudors, I think these are the, I forget what their last name is, of the royal family. If they were to give up the royalness, this new family would take over, and they would be in charge of the castles and the palaces and the gardens and the yachts and all that stuff. So it's kind of like I don't know. They're basically taking government welfare to hold up an image, and because they have held up that image well, there are few complaints because they're emotionally loved by the people that
Yep.
emotionally.
Well,
and Canadians have that sentiment, but they don't give up the cash to provide their upkeep.
Wasting government money. I think probably U.S. is wasting enough money on other things other than that. This specific, royal family were giving money to old presidents and stuff. So.
Well, it's not royalty, but in a way, Americans kind of do the same thing. When a senator or congressman, when they are reelected a second time, they qualify for retirement. And the retirement is nearly the same amount as what they were being paid as Congress people.
Yeah.
And it's around $250,000 a year, plus medical benefits, plus some freebies here and there.
Yeah, you get paid out. Maybe we should cut them off.
Well, what it is once you're a senator, twice in a row, you get $250,000 every year for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
As a retirement.
Maybe we should cut them off.
Medical.
What are they, some kind of kings?
Well, it's kind of that way.
Cut them off.
Same with Congress, same with the president. Once you're the president, you get this retirement package. The president doesn't get as much, but they get...
The president gets less than senators?
Yeah.
But most of the presidents, a lot of them, they already were senators. So do they get both or do they lose it?
Well, when George Bush was running, it was kind of...
Well, he was the governor.
George Bush, too. Yeah. He gets a retirement package for being governor of Texas. Plus, he also gets a retirement package for being the president.
Yeah.
What he did while he was running both times is they would have these dinners, and he would charge, it was like $10,000 just to get a picture with them.
Yeah.
After you're president, you are asked to come speak at large gatherings of schools and universities, think tank groups, events in Europe and around the world, and you charge a fee. If you're president, you charge a fee, and it might be $100,000
Yeah.
for your fee. And so presidents and Congress, they will go to these engagements after they're no longer an elected official, and they will be paid huge sums of money to say a speech for 20 minutes. The other thing is most of the congressmen, almost, yeah. Oh, what's it doing on EP? Oh, it's rewinding.
What happened? Something weird is going on.
Yeah, there was a glitch in the tape.
What's going to happen here? I wonder if we hit the second barrier thing. Now I'm fast forwarding. Now our time is going to be a little bit messed up today.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to fix it here. I don't know where. Oh, are we moving?
It's doing something.
Now it's fast forwarding. I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to figure out.
Can you press play? Oh, good. It's on SP.
I think we're moving forward a little bit now. All right.
Okay.
Well, let's hope that our time is still correct. Our background tape had a little bit of a glitch.
Sometimes I've found with VCRs when the timer thing gets to 1 hour or 2 hours or something like that, the timer tells it to rewind.
Huh.
And it's an automatic thing, although it's not out of tape. The tape is still running. And especially when part of it is recorded in one format, SP, and another part is recorded in EP.
It's time for the desk game.
It up. Okay, I'm picking 3. I need this is a penzies.
There you go. How was your week there? I guess after you get your number.
Quay, let me tell you.
Let's hear about it. What happened?
Well, I went on a wedding. I went to a wedding all day.
Mm-hmm.
On Saturday, it was an all-day event. And then Sunday, I went on another date.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. She's very nice.
How's that going? Where did you find this person?
A dating site.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's that working out?
But this one...
Number one dice this time.
Okay, hang on.
Here we go.
We only got 3 dice.
Yeah, well, just roll them. We'll find them later. Roll the first one. Here we go.
Roll the yellow one, because it's the first.
4. I won.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I lost. No, I'm sad.
You still have more chances to win. You still have 2,500 out of possible 3,000 points to win. So.
Really?
Yes.
Sweet.
So, how'd your date go?
That was great. The first date with this first person I didn't do very much investigating. I didn't do enough checking out this person, looking at their likes and dislikes and how they feel about things and stuff and things.
Okay.
But this time I spent much more time. OkCupid has a series of survey questions about all kinds of subjects, everything from politics to sex to what you gravitate towards for work, religions, belief, morality, just the whole gambit, the whole spectrum of what a person feels and believes and wants and dislikes in their life. Just every aspect.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like most of the women on OkCupid that I've checked out will do these surveys. And I've done the survey. I've answered like hundreds of questions about stuff. And you're pretty honest. You should be honest about them. Bullshitting and playing games is not helpful because if they look at your stuff, they'll be very confused, and they'll figure out pretty quick that you're full of crap. So you should be at least more or less honest about how you feel about this, that, or the other. And all of my looking about how she responded to questions and how I responded to the same questions, it looks pretty consistent. There are a lot of similarities as far as beliefs and likes and dislikes and, just how the world is viewed and stuff. So that was good. So I went on the date, having chatted with her and texted with her and stuff like that, pretty comfortable. And it's nerve-wracking because you don't know this person. It's one thing to type things to them and text things to them without hearing their voice or seeing their eyes or reading their body language and facial expressions and nuance. So the date is helpful for that, getting the nuance.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very nice. She's really nice.
Where'd you go?
Fishtail.
Okay.
Yeah. We went and got some food, and I bought her my favorite beer there. Of all the beer that I've ever drank, my favorite is the organic salmon pale ale. I think that's what
Is
it
there
is.
salmon in it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, all the beers of Fishtail have a fish as part of the name of the beer. It might be Cocoa Stout.
Okay.
Or, Redfin Porter.
Yeah.
I don't know the names of them, but they're all fish, salmon-related kinds of names. And it was really funny, her reaction. She'd never had one before, and she's like, I don't want beer with salmon in it.
Yeah.
And that was my first thought, and pretty much everyone else's kind of reaction. It's like, no, there's not fish in it.
Yeah. That's what it seems like with the name.
Well,
I guess they're selling enough of it, though.
That could be confusing, I suppose, but...
I mean, people do that kind of thing, and they put crazy things in their beers and food and stuff to push the envelope of food tasting.
Yeah, well, we ended up talking for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And laughing, and there was a lot of laughter. So it was good. It went well. It was nice. And we ended up missing our buses.
Oh.
Yeah. She's in between cars. I'm in between cars, and so Sundays are not the days to take a bus later than 8
Mm-mm.
because there are no buses later than 8 in Olympia on a Sunday. Doesn't happen. Holidays or Sunday schedule. Yeah, don't plan on taking a bus anywhere after 8.
Okay.
Because they will get to the end of their destination at 8. That's the last bus.
Okay.
So we ended up hanging out for another hour.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to get rides. Trying to figure out rides for each of us because she lives in Lacey. I live on the west side. And it worked out. So it was a lot of fun. So I'm going to go on a second date with her. And we'll do something probably fun. Probably fun.
Great.
So
We'll see how that works out in the future.
yeah.
Get to hear more about it, probably.
Yeah, but the wedding was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. It was awesome. Weddings are fascinating in that there is a format that most everybody follows. What was that chant?
Looks like we're getting text from Angry Steve.
Angry Steve?
Yeah, well, we got some messages and text, but
Okay.
you want to tell us about this wedding, or should we check the messages?
Check the messages. I need to finish a text over here and get that to it. So go ahead and play. I'm gonna just finish this.
You have a personal phone call to make. Okay. Well, here's some messages. The first one is from Bird. Bird was here yesterday. Let's see what he's going to say today. Here it goes, it's loading up. Also, Alex is scheduled for tomorrow, so we'll be calling Alex. Oh, Bird, it was a text from Bird. Bird says, for how much time... Oh, load message, come on. Here it goes, it's loading, it's taking time. For how much time has... Bird sent a weird message. Here's the...
I'm supposed to do a funny little dance. He said I should do the dance on the couch, but I didn't want to break the couch doing a funny little dance.
Who said you should do the dance?
It was a Facebook comment thread, and I said something about doing a funny little cowboy dance, and he said do it on the program.
You make it son of a bitch! Jesus Christ! You know what? I want you to do your show or program or whatever you call it, man. Talking about subjects concerning used panties, used dildos, and marijuana issues, or talk about your dog. Those topics and nothing else. If anybody tries to talk about something else, you hang up the phone or you tell them to get up on out of your fucking house. Okay? I just want to be able to watch an episode, okay, where you're only talking about those topics. Usually, mainly, I like to talk about out of those topics concerning your dog. Okay, I really would like to get into, I'd like to hear you guys talk a lot about your dog as well as the marijuana, things to do with marijuana, used panties and used dildos. But, you know, I know the other night we never really got to talk about too much about with the dog, but I'm totally for real, man. I want to borrow your dog. I don't know what the big issue is. I don't look, okay, upon your dog as just being as some object, okay? I'm not, okay, man, you really fucking pissed me off when you told me when it was so...
It's on 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I can't really see that. That's better. It's on every day. The 2 a.m. I know, I totally missed everything. 2 a.m. episode is this time last year. You can also find it on YouTube, Your Daily Hour with Me. We rely on the community for content, so give us a call, 360-836-4384. Leave a message, we'll call you back while on the program. Thank you for watching. And now, back to the program. I missed so much. Okay.
Yeah, wow.
Holy crap. Okay, so Angry Steve. We do not put panties on or use a dildo On ball.
as just being as some object.
More
Okay?
to get them high.
I'm not, okay, man, you really fucking pissed me off when you told me when it was something about an object. And it's not, it's a dog. I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to feed it. I just want to borrow it. That's all. Okay?
No.
Damn.
Well,
You
here,
can't borrow the dog.
let's call Angry Steve back. He's been calling for the past couple of days. Let's see, here it goes. I'm gonna... Let's, oh, I'm trying to call him. Here it goes. Angry Steve. He's been calling every day for the past couple of days. He's the new Mr. Ginsu.
Yeah, see, I got to go to a meeting right after this, and so I'm arranging my ride there.
Uh-huh.
To get there on time.
This guy is out Mr. Ginsuing Mr. Ginsu almost.
Totally. I mean, this is some serious anger.
Yeah.
It sounds like not a mockery anger.
Yeah, he sounds truly angry.
Yeah, like, yeah, definitely, you know.
He's got some problems. Angry Steve. He's angry.
Yeah.
Angry Steve, why are you so angry? I don't know. He said that he's gone to jail for check fraud and some other weird things. So I don't know what's real and what's not real with Angry Steve though, because he's, you know, lots of times he's joking, but lots of times he just sounds crazy too. So hard to tell.
It's amazing to listen to someone work themselves up.
You reached rock and roll construction.
Rock and roll construction, Angry Steve.
Go ahead and leave your number and name, and I'll contact you just as soon as I become available. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Angry Steve. It's the program.
Monday Dan saying hello.
You can call us back. You know the drill now. We're going to be on for another 35 minutes to see if you make it on today. Thanks for leaving messages. Keep leaving those messages and keep, calling us. Have a good time. That's all the messages that we got today. We have a bunch of old ones from Mr. Ginsu, too, that we haven't gotten to. Anybody can call that number up there. You know, you don't have to be crazy like Mr. Ginsu or Angry Steve to call the number and leave messages, but you could. Oh, he just angry.
You know, I don't call the program very much anymore. I just don't remember to.
Mm-hmm.
I should. I want to. I think about it, but I just I'll call later, and I just never get around to it.
Uh-huh.
And I feel a little bad about that.
Well, you can. I mean, you don't need to call because you come on the program, so you can just save all the stuff that you're going to say in your messages for the day. You know.
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else happening? You see anything on the streets other than dates and weddings and stuff? Just like regular street stuff, or?
Lightning, thunder. Hail.
Uh-huh.
No, there was no hail. Yeah, lightning and thunder.
Some thunder and lightning, though, yeah.
Going in and out. A lot of people talking about how weird the weather is now, how it's just like permanently changed.
Uh-huh.
That our falls and winters are very mild now, and it's connected to the global climate change.
No, you can't see global climate change yet. That is all.
No, there's been a change. There's been a change, and it's, for all intents and purposes, for us, it's permanent. The difference is the overall trend is that our weather here in the Northwest is going to be consistent like this. It didn't used to be like this. We had, hotter summers and colder winters, but it's milding up. It's becoming very not so cold, not so hot. And the rain pattern is changing.
I don't think that's because of global climate change.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's going to take so much longer to do. I think, stuff just changes. It's not the same. Weather doesn't stay the same. I don't know why anybody expects it to be consistent.
A couple degrees, 1 or 2 degrees overall.
Oh, Angry Steve's calling. Hello. Angry Steve, how you doing?
Oh, just taking care of my crop, man.
Again.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm trimming buds, dude. Fucking, I got bud trimming for days on end, dude. Trimming, trim, dude.
Dude, man.
Yep, that's good. How many,
Yeah.
You're going to have a good harvest?
I just really been thinking. I like watching your dog on the show. Is your dog a male or a female?
Male.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I really think that your dog is cute, and it's a cute little pretty dog. I like the dog. I like the characteristics of your dog, and I would, and I was hoping, I'd be able to get a chance to. I'd like to be able to hang out with your dog.
No, you seem. I think you're. Angry Steve, you seem like a scary criminal. I don't want you hanging around the dog. You seem like a scary criminal. You've gone to jail and you calling in and saying like kind of creepy stuff.
Well, for my part, the messages have been very, very intense, and so that.
Well,
that makes people nervous.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot of years since I've been in prison, man. I'm just saying. I just want to hang out with your dog. I think I can make myself a new friend, man. That's all. That's all I'm saying, man.
But you're still, you're calling in and yelling and being scary and, threatening people on the road and all the time. You think that's going to make people want to meet you?
Well, what about going to the animal shelter and for a small fee, you could have a dog? Your own.
No, I don't want to go to the animal shelter. I like the dog that you guys have that's on the show. I'm not saying I want to own a dog or anything or keep. I just want to hang out with a dog for a couple of days, man. I want to pet it, man. I want
like a rental.
Give it.
Like a rental.
That's not going to happen, Angry Steve. You seem too crazy.
No, okay, not a rental, more like you're enhancing your dog. I can uplift the spirits of your dog, where it's going to rejuvenate your dog. So when you get your dog back, you're going to feel a whole new positive energy that dog's going to be able to give that gift to you guys.
No, Steve, you're too angry.
What about dog sitting? Like a friend that has a dog and they want to go on a vacation or something for a couple of days and want to go camping. What about dog sitting, like for a day or two?
Yeah, no, I don't want a dog. I don't want to dog sit the dog.
No, like for a couple of days.
I just want to hang out. I just want to make a new friend with the dog. That's all. I want to go to PetSmart and buy it nice doggy treats and food. I'll even get it one of those sweatshirts that you can put on the dog. And I'll even bring back a couple of new collars and dog collars or the ropes that you can walk the dog with.
That's pretty generous.
Just for you guys, it's convenient for doing it. And that's all, man. That's all I'm saying.
No, Steve, you're crazy. You're too crazy.
Dude, okay. You say I'm crazy? What? You've never even met me, man. How can you say that I'm crazy?
Well, I've heard you on the phone. And you're always yelling about stuff, and you've gotten into a lot of fights recently.
Now, listen. Now, damn it. Okay, I'm not crazy. Okay, for the love of God, I just would like to be able to have the opportunity.
No means no, Steve.
How about instead of saying crazy, we say
mental?
Out of control. A lot of times people, when they want to say out of control, but they say crazy, but really the idea is...
Oh yeah, Dan's all about mental health.
Control.
Hey, it's time for the dice game. Steve, you want a number?
I know mental health things.
Yeah, I want the number 666.
That's too many numbers. How about just 6?
One of them.
Okay, I'll just take the 6.
All right, here we go.
Okay, I hope I get a 6 because that means that I got good things are going to happen.
You lost. Double 5s.
I lost two.
No, those 5, dude. Those 5s are bad juju, man. Let me tell you, man. You get those 5s, dude. It channels a whole different negative energy, man.
5 is a magic number. 5 is often a good number for people.
Steve, you see anything?
Yeah, no,
Not for me, but
maybe
for others.
it depends what your belief. It depends what your belief system is. Now, for me, the 6, it channels a lot. It brings you good fortune. It brings you good energy, good spirits. Everything's just good in your life. You know, you feel good. You know, you sleep good. You know, and other people can feed off of that positive vibe, and it uplifts those their days too. Now we get into the 5, man. That right there, you know, can be bad things, man.
I don't ascribe meaning to a particular number, but usually what tends to happen for me is that good things happen, positive, helpful, beneficial things tend to happen on the 3rd time around, or the 3rd or 3 of something. 3s tend to be, for me, a favorable outcome number, and it doesn't matter to me what I believe about it, whether I think it's mystical or magical or karmic or anything like that. Positive, helpful things tend to happen in 3s for me. And so I don't feel like I have a belief set about that number. It just seems to be something that happens often. And so I just I like the number because it just happens to be a good one for me.
Right. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about the 3s. I guess the 3s come in triples or whatever. But I you know, getting back, you know, to the dog there. I just say, tell your dog I said hello, man. Can you do that?
No.
Can you give your dog a big...
Leave the dog alone, Steve. Quit thinking about the dog. You're not having anything to do with the dog.
We cannot give consent for Charlie on Charlie's behalf.
You're too angry.
Charlie, we can't give his consent.
Next time you want things from people, you know, you shouldn't call in and start. You know, your first thing, you know, your message. I remember your first message. You were just yelling and going off about something about road rage, all this stuff. You seem kind of like
what was up with that? How come you were so upset?
Hey, you know what? The world's not a perfect place. You know, if everybody was the same, the world would be boring. Everybody's different. Some people are quiet. Some people like to yell. Some people get angry. Some people are nice. Some people just like to chill. You know, that's what makes the world go round and round. You know, all I'm saying, hey, don't judge a book by its cover. Why don't you open up the pages and read into it?
Well, I think I read into it enough. You were yelling and stuff. I don't think that's judging a book by its cover. I think it's, you know,
people by their behavior.
Yeah.
How they behave. I look at that. However they behave.
So far, you've had a pretty bad track record of behavior, Steve.
Yeah, those messages.
Why don't you guys, how about we do this? How about this weekend, we all match up downtown like Jake's, and all the drinks for the whole night are on me, whatever you want.
Steve, I don't want to meet you. You seem like a violent and scary person.
Oh, dude. You know, hey, man. You know, I am who I am. I'm not a violent, hardcore person.
How many fights have you gotten into in the last month, Steve?
Yeah, but you know, so yes.
No, those fights are valid.
There's nothing wrong with somebody getting mad. What's wrong with that?
Well, you gotta.
Feeling anger is one thing, and everybody gets angry and feels anger. It's how we behave as a result of that anger that is the issue. That's the issue. It's our behavior. I can do a thing and be happy, and I can do the same thing and be angry. My feelings don't matter. It's how I behave.
There it comes. Steve's getting angry.
Okay, for the... You know what? Just because somebody gets angry doesn't make them a bad person, for Christ's sake.
No, yelling...
Why the hell are you to sit there and judge somebody just because they want to sit there and scream and yell? Doesn't make them a violent person, man. All I'm saying, I just want to have the chance and the opportunity to be able to hang out with the damn dog. That's all. I'm not going to do anything to the silent
it doesn't matter how we feel; it's how we behave. And yelling, whether you're happy or angry, is not good. It's our behavior. It's our feelings are irrelevant, really, when it comes to behavior.
Yeah, nobody likes a whiner, Steve.
Nobody likes to get yelled at, I don't think, unless they're being paid for it. If someone paid me, they could yell at me.
Okay, how about we do this? Just like the natives do, okay? They break out their sage pipes, and they have a smoke session, and they talk, and they figure, and they work things out in a peaceful mode. How about we get together? I'll bring my pipes, and we'll smoke, and we'll smoke some pot, and we'll just kind of hang out and channel a good energy among
Steve,
each other.
it's too late. I don't want to meet you. I'm a little afraid that you're going to be violent.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, you know, I'm not a violent person. I'm nice, man. I know a lot of people around. I know a lot of people around the community.
Mm-hmm.
I protest in the community. I have people that believe in what I stand for and the causes that I represent around this town. I got a lot of people in this town that like me, man.
What's one thing that you stand for very strongly? Name something that you stand for.
I'm one thing that I stand for is people hating against people like me. Discrimination. I stand up. I stand for not bowing down, not putting your tail between your legs, and letting society roll over you and do what they want. I put my foot down, I stand up, and I represent everything. When I put my hat on, and sometimes when I go downtown with my sign, I talk to thousands of people in this community that back me up in the cause that I do, what I'm doing, I want to achieve before I die. And if it happens on the day of my 100th birthday, it was a war well done.
Steve, you're kind of vague about what you stand up for. Can you be more specific? Just one item, one specific thing.
This is my ultimate goal among convicted felons. I do felon awareness. Okay, I have a hat that there are several different hats, and they come in different colors that say convicted felon on the front of it. And I hope that someday they put a law into effect to where employers can only go back so many years on a criminal background check and give people that have made mistakes a second chance at life. Give them a reason to live. Give them a second wind. Give them a second breath, man. Because any good paying job out there, the good ones that have benefits and all that, they all do criminal background checks. I went to truck driving school and I got a Class A CDL, and nobody will hire me driving semi trucks because they're always assuming the worst.
Well, Steve, you've made bad choices in the past, and sometimes you have to deal with the consequences of those choices.
Sometimes there are folks that make a mistake. They do something really stupid. They are arrested and convicted, and they do their time, and it's like it's a one-time deal that they dealt with it. Then there are other folks that have a trend where they've been, they've done several, 2 or 3 or 4 or some number of different things where they've made the same mistake. They've been arrested for the same thing several times. They've been in jail.
It's time for a commercial break.
So if that
you want to hold on for the break, Steve?
If that is the case, then that's nuts.
How's the break?
We'll be right back.
Dance, Oli, dance. Dance, Oli, dance. Live TV dance party. First Friday of each month. 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. TCTV Studio A. 440 Yager Way. Oh yeah.
Coming up tomorrow on the program.
Oh my god, it was 11.
Oh, that was a cool one. I like that shot.
Hey, it's the commercial.
Hey, hello!
Mr. Gibson.
Alex and Elise are here.
And
Mr.
Angry
Gibson.
Steve.
Oh my gosh.
Man, you guys smoking all the pot or what?
Whoa. We're on 2 a.m. It's Alex's new friend.
No. He's my friend. He's inspired by Jesus' knowledge.
There we go. That's what it is.
That's what I'd like to do. That's my passion.
We're back.
What's that?
We're back from the commercial break.
I stand for a lot of things, and I believe in a lot of things and everything. And there's some things that I quietly believe, but I won't stand up for it. I just quietly believe them. And there are other things that I will get active and act on those beliefs. And so the things that I act on and what I do openly and actively do, that's what I'm judged on.
Hey,
That's why I'm judged. That's what people judge me on.
Steve, have you ever been on TV before?
Yeah, I've been on the 5 o'clock news. Yeah, yes, I have, man.
For what?
Oh, when I was living in Florida, my landlord, he had a bunch of Shar-Pei dogs, and they were forced to fight each other.
The dog Shar-Peis? Dog fighting Shar-Peis?
Yeah, on the 5 o'clock news for like about 5 minutes, man. The headlines, dude, they had me all mic'd up, and I was on Como down there, and then KCPQ came and interviewed me after they left.
What'd you say?
Well, he had almost 20 dogs, and he just raised them to where they could just, if they fought each other, and they had marks all up and down their bodies. But the news made it to where he was like breeding, like he had like a dog thing going on, where he was making money for raising the dogs, and they're fighting, and people are throwing down bets. And that's not what I don't know if that's what he did, but the cops came over and they took all the dogs from him, and then they took him to jail, and he had almost 20 counts of charges against him.
And what's your opinion on that? Did you tell the news people that you were shocked, or what? What did they ask you? What did you say?
I just news. I showed him around the property, and he would like segregate some dogs where he put fences up between them, but he would just let them. He would just, they basically almost live like they were out in the wild. You know how like wild animals would act. And if they nipped at each other and fought each other, then let them settle their differences. He wouldn't intervene, and let them fight until everything was cool, and that went on for years.
Did he have people come and bet on the winner? Did he do the thing where you put the two dogs in the ring and you have people and they bet on a winner?
I don't know. Not while I was there. I don't know. I never saw that. I don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know. But his neighbors they've been trying to get rid of him for years. I got his dogs where they were fighting. I got pictures of his dogs fighting each other, and the neighbors, I gave those to the neighbor guy, and then he gave those to the cops, and then the cops came over and with the animal control, with two different vans where they put the dogs in and took all the dogs out.
So it sounds like he was just keeping them in terrible conditions, and they were fighting because they were crowded and underfed and too close to each other. Yeah?
Oh, dude, he lived in a double-wide mobile home, and before I met him, his front room was in his kitchen for the last 5 years. That's where his TV was at. It was a little chair that he sat in. Alcoholic, dude drank, but by dinner the guy's always stumbling around every day. And I went over there and helped him clean up his house. I cleaned out both of his double wide, the front room, and he, and tried to help the guy out, and then not too long after that, we drank together, smoked out and stuff, and one day he thought I was pestering his dogs or whatever, and he called the freaking cops on me. So when he did that, when he called the police on me, I went and I got pictures. I have pictures of his dogs fighting each other. And anyways, after that he called the cops on me. That's when I gave the pictures to the neighbors. And also, I called up the county, the inspectors or whatever, and I got a sledgehammer. I put holes in the floor in the trailer that I lived in, and sabotaged the place, and told them that this was already like this when I moved in, and he put carpet over it, Steve. And I had no idea. What?
I said that's mean. That's mean-spirited.
Oh, man.
Dark-hearted.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That's dark-hearted.
He pissed me off. He called the cops on me. Hey man, you don't need to call the police and bring the cops into the picture.
Well, did the cops, did they, arrest you and take you to jail and all that? Or did they just come over and
the
talk
cops
to you?
didn't even know. They didn't even know about that. The county came out. It was a different department that has something to do with the tenants and the rentals and being able to shut people down. And I brought them inside the trailer that I lived in the mobile home, and showed them around and showed them all this and that, and they took this. They ended up taking that dude to jail. He went to jail.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, Angry Steve, thanks for calling. We have some more phone calls to make today.
Yeah. We gotta jump off the phone here with you.
Keep leaving those messages, okay? Thank you.
Okay, that's fine. I got a lot of things I got to do, but just keep in mind, man. I really want.
No, Steve. Call us back. Leave messages. Bye-bye. I'm hanging up.
Bye-bye.
No dog stuff, Steve. He's getting crazy. I don't even know if he actually wants to do the dog. I think he might be just trying to rile us up here.
I think that's contrived.
Yeah.
And it's a means to get access.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Angry Steve, isn't he Mr. Ginsu? Mr. Ginsu doesn't watch a program anymore, but I think this guy might be outdoing Mr. Ginsu a little bit. Mr. Ginsu, I think he has a nice, he has a clean heart. Not Angry Steve. Hello, Alex?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Are you okay? You sound quiet or something.
Yeah, I'm in class right now.
You're in class? Are you supposed to be on the phone?
No, it's fine.
What class is it?
Theology.
What are they teaching about?
About the mission of church.
The mission of church? How many are your class? I guess, are you coming tomorrow?
Yes.
Are you going to bring your Puyallup people?
I'm bringing one of them, my friend Alicia. Oh, no. Yeah, no, not yet. They have to work tomorrow, but I'm bringing Alicia.
I want to go to the fair. Have you gone to the fair yet?
Yeah, I'm going today.
I got a $1 off ticket.
Oh, yeah? Can I have it?
Sure.
You're going to go today?
Yep. And I performed Sunday.
You're going to go on Sunday? You're going to go on Sunday also?
No, I already performed yesterday at the fair.
You performed there?
Yeah.
Oh, how'd that go?
It was fantastic.
Hey, it's time for the final dice game.
Yeah, pick a number.
1.
1?
Yep.
You pick a 1?
Yeah.
You're number 1.
Here we go.
You're number 1.
Oh, 5, 4, 6. I won. I'm the winner today.
Wow.
Good job.
I am the loser.
So, Kenny, Alicia wants Phil to come tomorrow. Have you talked to him?
Yeah, he's coming.
Okay.
You're gonna bring other Jesus College kids?
Well, I was going to be one of my housemates that she stays.
What?
There's a cold and they can't come.
Oh, okay. Well, bring them down later on then.
Yeah, totally.
Jesus College. All right, thanks, Alex. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Alright, bye.
Tell your teacher we said hi, okay?
Okay.
Okay, bye. Alex is in Jesus College, which is getting paid for a little bit by the government.
I helped her a little with that.
With Jesus College?
Yeah.
What?
She asked me to write a letter
What?
on her behalf and advocate for her.
Why? To get her? You want to help her get into Jesus College? I don't like
didn't
this.
realize she didn't tell me it was Jesus College.
I think they're gonna shut down this Jesus College.
Jesus College gets federal funding.
Yeah, exactly. That's bad. I don't think that should be happening.
Yeah, the federal government gives well over $1 billion. It's $1.5 billion money it just gives to faith-based organizations for educational purposes. Food,
Hey, Freddie.
food, clothing, and housing. Hey, Freddie.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm at WSDCU, the bank right now. I just got some quarters so I can pump up my tire. I got a flat tire on my car.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know if I told you about that before. It keeps happening, and I'm hopefully going to get over to get it taken care of officially today.
Slow leaks like that are not expensive to fix.
Good.
And going to a Les Schwab, you might be able to get it done for $10, $20, something like that. Not expensive.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I'm under warranty with the place that I got my tires from, so hopefully that works out, and I can just go do it. So that's my hope, anyway.
So I'm going to see you here pretty quick then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you have about 5 minutes. I don't know if you're gonna make it here in 5 minutes.
Whoa, I don't think so either. I have to go pump up my tire first anyway.
And listen, I will send a text and say that there's going to be some lateness.
No, don't do that. We're not going to be late.
Okay.
No, you'll be right on time.
Okay.
Did you?
Yeah, no, don't. You can speak for yourself on that one. I'm not going to be late anyway.
Okay, should I?
I am going to pick you up.
Okay, should I be out front?
You'll make it on time.
Should I be out front?
Yes.
Yep.
You should be.
Hey, I watched the show today. It was, what was it? Let's Paint TV. He's still going on. He's doing every Monday through Friday, an hour-long show where he runs on the treadmill and talks to people.
Oh, he's still doing that, huh?
Who's that?
In LA,
Yeah, he's having the same thing where sometimes he's not getting many callers. I think maybe next time we should try to do a 11 o'clock in the morning show. Try to give him a call.
He's a famous guy in LA. He does a show where he paints and runs on a treadmill in a suit. And he takes calls. It's kind of like the show. I didn't even know about him when I started the show, but I found out of him later. But
is it a public access show?
It is. In LA, he's more active though, and I'm sure it's completely different. I mean, talking and taking phone calls is not.
Yeah, we just
very specific. Yeah, we're just
chill on the couch and
definitely not running.
Drink soda and eat chips and peanuts and stuff.
But
yeah, we have less of a concept than he does. He is pretty conceptual out there.
Ours is more relaxed, less intense. Unless
the other thing that he does that I think we should try to start doing is the YouTube Live. We can go live on YouTube. We just have to enable it on our account, and then we can actually plug out from the switcher and go straight to YouTube, I think.
Wait, I'm supposed to dance. I told Robert I was going to dance. Hold on. Here we go.
Dan's going to dance. This is not Dance Only Dance, so there it goes. Dan's doing a little dance. How's the production end going there?
Okay, that was
going
good.
very nicely, I think.
I'm good.
I'm about to, when I get to TCTV, I'm going to also turn in some episodes. Getting prepped for the end, trying to get everything captured. I'm going to grab and capture a bunch of stuff this afternoon. Maybe actually I'll pick it up when I come over there now, so that I'll cut up to next Monday, which is the 23rd, which is the day that I leave for Florida. So.
Whoa. You going to Florida?
Yep.
Yeah. So we got to figure
there
out.
might not really be production and work to do, but there, I think we will be able to get pretty far into the week where I'll be gone. But I'll give you the hard drive or we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out either you or a replacement or
you can
want to do it.
You can show me some stuff. I'm willing to help.
You want to do the production then? You think you can handle that?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I was saying Rick could do it
I'm not sure what we had talked about exactly, but we'll work that out in the coming week.
I can help in some ways.
Yeah.
Some things I can help.
I think I may be doing the production end for a little while there. So I'll have to ask myself how the production end is going.
Tell me, Self.
Yeah. All right. Hey, so some things we have coming up on the schedule here. On Thursday, we're going to be going to Burfoot Park for the anniversary. Woo-hoo! And then on Sunday, the 22nd, it's episode 1100.
1,100.
Wow. I want to be on that program.
Also, it's back to school week this week.
Yep.
Oh, wow, cool. You guys are already back to school. How do you feel about it out there? I am not back to school. I haven't been in school for a little bit.
Yeah,
me too.
But it's back to school week
noticed,
anyway.
you know,
Alex is in school. She's taking Jesus to school.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's taking
I'm currently
theology.
pumping up my tire, by the way, right now, so that's where I am progressing.
Great. Hey,
Pump it up.
well, hey, thanks, Freddie. It's almost the end of the show. I'm going to call McDonald's, and then we'll get through it. We'll see you tomorrow at 10.
I probably won't make it on there, but thanks, guys, and I'll see you soon, Dan.
We're about tomorrow at 10 with Alex, okay?
I'll be there.
All right, bye.
Okay, see you soon.
There it goes. Bye, Freddie.
Man, he just goes. He goes.
Yeah, Freddie is on
He's a goer.
he's a busy guy.
He is.
He said he hasn't been bored in 10 years.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, you haven't been bored?
I've been bored a few times, but that was only when I was incredibly depressed.
Uh-huh.
I've gone through periods of time when I was extremely depressed, and nothing felt good, nothing tasted good, nothing sounded good, nothing looked good, nothing brought me pleasure, and I was bored because nothing interested me at all, and I was bored. But when that isn't the case, I'm never bored. Never, ever.
Good.
Ever.
Hey, thanks, Angry Steve and Mr. Ginsu and Bird and Freddie and Alex and Dan. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Jim.
Anybody else? Everybody, thanks to viewers and everybody. We're going to call him McDonald's until we're getting out of the thing. You have anything else you want to say today?
Thank you, Angry Steve.
Yeah.
For being not so angry, at least part of the time. That was good.
I think he's always angry. I mean, he's just not all out yelling sometimes, but you know.
I tried to explain some stuff to him. I don't know if it made any difference or sense to him.
I don't think so. Hey, McDonald's, you guys have those orange milkshakes right now?
So, what was that?
You have the orange milkshakes?
The orange ones.
Do we have any milkshakes?
Yeah.
The orange
Thanks,
ones.
phone.
Not at the
TV.
moment.
Oh, thank you.
The machine's still down at the moment.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, computers.
The orange ones. I want the orange ones.
Thanks, Facebook and Twitter and YouTube.
I can only have this much, though, because, you know, the carbs.
We're on the website. Check it out. Thanks, phones. Call the number. Crew, you guys want to be on a crew? I'm here thinking if you want that, Dan's on a crew.
Thank you, Prosperous. Found in this fireworks.
TheRaven.com. Check it out. TCTV. Yeah.
Thank you, Hydrogen.
Psychofueling. Jordan Eve, Alice. Thurston County, Washington State, USA. Yeah. Thanks for that you were watching. Hell yeah, dog. Bye.
Bye. See you later.